Hey everybody, welcome to the TMT podcast. This is your host David, the guy who, and with me as always is my host Jamie, the guy who loves England and hates the Scots.
Yeah.
That was the worst intro of my life.
Did you? Oh, that was not a bit. I thought you were doing like a little bit. I thought
It started out genuinely, oh shoot, what did I have planned? And I turned it into a bit. Who am I?
I honestly did. I was just like, Dave's being funny. Because that's.
Oh, wait.
But no.
Are you saying? Oh.
No, you're funny.
Tears, depression.
You're funny. You're just not good at remembering, apparently.
Oh no, I apparently have a spotty memory. And I mean spotty. In every way.
What, like you can't remember spots?
Or dots.
Not the dots. You need the dots.
I know, right? At least I got stripes.
You do. So, this is episode 6 of a podcast that started, the first week of the new year?
The second season started the first week of the new year. And then we just now missed 2 weeks in a row for various people being sick and unable to attend.
Yeah. We've had like a very
spotty
bad
attendance record.
Definitely that, but we've just been physically, our bodies have physically been stopping us from doing podcasts.
Yeah. You can't let the truth out. Yes, we can.
I mean, this month in particular for me has just been terrible in terms of being sick or just having to... I've just had probably about a week straight of not leaving my house.
Yeah, that was me 2 weeks before you, actually. So I can somewhat understand that. It's pretty nasty.
Yeah, it's just so strange because I felt like our last podcast season, most of the times where we couldn't do a podcast was more technical difficulties than bodily harm.
Yeah, now it's actually that's the correct word for it, bodily harm. The body does not want us here.
It is physically great. It is crazy to think just how many we've missed for very spotty reasons. That would be the word. That's the word of this podcast. That's the word of this podcast, spotty. It's been said like 6 times in 2 minutes. Spotty.
You like the spot tie, Joe, mate?
But yeah, so 3 weeks ago, we were just the Ghostbuster trailer came out. And I said to you, Dave, watch this. We've got a podcast in 3 days.
Yeah, and I actually sat down and watched it. I actually did my homework, guys. I got an A+.
We did homework and then we called in sick.
No, the first week I was sick and the next week you were sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of calling in sick.
So the last time we did any podcast at all, we discussed anything about the podcast, it was like, we'll watch the Ghostbuster trailer, we'll talk about it. And then since then, I don't know, pretty much there feels like a ton of stuff's happened between then and then.
Probably, yeah.
But anyway, Ghostbuster trailer.
We've been sick, yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you remember anything about it?
I do. I felt like it gave a bit too much away.
I feel like it showed off too many of those type of comedy. I felt like the comedy that it showed off wasn't the best kind of comedy for a trailer.
No.
Because I feel like when you have a trailer that shows off a joke, it needs to show off the full joke thing. But a lot of the scenes felt like they were part of something bigger, like a longer scene.
I just felt the trailer was way too long.
Yeah, there's a recut of the trailer that cuts it down to a minute, and the minute's a lot better.
Yeah, I like that recut. There are a lot of new fan recuts which do their job, I think, better.
It's because fans know what they want to see in trailer.
You know, that's like, wow, that's a really good point, game. Jives. Holy crap.
It's like someone
Changes the logic over here.
It's like somebody could have easily handed the entire Ghostbuster movie, the new one, to a fan. Be like, what do you want this to be? And then they'll hand in like a 2-minute trailer that'll probably do the film justice. If that's even possible. But yeah. There's so many sequences of that trailer that just doesn't need to be there. There's like, because there's just a moment. There's a bit where it's all, obviously they're in like a house looking around for ghosts, and then one of the characters is just putting a funny face, trying to scare someone else. And you look at that and you're like, okay, why is that part of the trailer? How does that encourage people to watch this movie? That's just a woman wearing a silly hat. Because that's literally what that is. That's the joke.
Yeah. The trailer wasn't the best cut together.
Nah. Hopefully
we get better.
I like the intro, but it also really annoyed me because you get there's like a piano version of the theme tune, which is nice. Except it's addressing the previous movies like the previous movies are gonna have happened. But they've said that this is a reboot.
Yeah. I think that nod though is meant to be towards us. Like 20 years ago, you guys saw this movie about this happening.
Yeah. And now we're gonna shit all over it. Oh.
Wow. Jamie has less faith in Ghostbusters than I do.
I mean, that's how it feels. It feels like they're just saying, this is Ghostbusters. It happened 20 years ago and it was really good. Now here's a woman falling over, a black woman screaming about Jesus, and people wearing funny hats.
I like funny hats. I don't know. It could have been it could have been a better trailer.
If it was just a shorter trailer, it would have worked better. The recut of the trailer is a lot better, which shows that it's good footage from the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always the thing. You want to film a movie and then be like, okay, we have some good scenes. Let's put them in a trailer. But the thing that worries you is when the scenes that are meant to show how good the movie is in order to encourage people to watch the movie, when those scenes aren't that great, or when those scenes don't feel like they fit in the trailer for that movie, like parts of the movie don't seem like they fit in the movie, that's not a great feeling to have.
No, it definitely could have turned around a lot better. It was just kind of meh. There's that's the word for it. It was just meh.
Yeah, I see that. That's very much the kind of thing. Like, there's jokes, like you can get what they're getting at, that kind of thing. But at no point really do you feel like, if you were like, for the people like, if you're in a theatre and you see that play before a movie, you don't remember that when you finish watching your movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not something that would stick with you for 2 hours. And then you'd leave and you'd be like, I'm going to look up this movie and see what it's about.
No, it wasn't the best thing. I mean, it kind of hinged on nostalgia there because the trailer's just kind of meh about it.
I also don't like that it seems like they're literally going to remake the library scene.
Oh, now that I understand doing, I don't mind that.
Oh. I did like the bit where there's all the different ghosts and there's that really big ghost. Like, you're thinking, what's that ghost?
The tall, like, circus clown guy?
Yeah, the guy who just steps over you like, what the hell's that ghost? Like, what's his backstory? How did he become that?
I am already going to disappoint you, Jamie, and say they're probably not going to the backstory of a ghost you see walk overhead.
I mean, probably not, but I'm just saying, out of all the characters in the trailer, I'm most interested about giant skyscraper ghosts.
Yeah, Jamie, you like to really get into the backstories of, like, the side characters no one knows or even gives a crap about. It's not going to happen, man. The only backstory of his there's going to be is in your fanfiction.
He'll be like what people think Slimer is. Like, if you watch Ghostbusters, there's nothing really about Slimer that's really told. But people are like, no. He's the mascot of the Ghostbusters, is he? The mascot of the Ghostbusters is a ghost that never actually appears in the movie.
Mm-hmm. No, he appears in the first Ghostbusters movie.
No, I mean the white ghost on there.
The white ghost?
Like the logo, the Ghostbuster logo, the white ghost.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. That's because it's a picture.
Yeah, but that's like if Jurassic Park had the logo of the T-Rex and then they never showed a T-Rex.
Not necessarily. I don't quite follow your metaphor there.
That's like if Harry Potter wasn't in it. I don't know. I just always feel like if a movie shows something, there needs to be something that generally
It was a logo! Like it's a very obvious logo of a ghost. So it's easy to relate, okay, this movie has something to do with ghosts. Just because they don't look exactly like the logo. I mean, Batman doesn't look like a dorky little symbol that he wears on his chest. He looks like a guy in a suit and cape.
Maybe you generally get that. They never in Ghostbusters if they encounter a white ghost, except for the marshmallow guy, which isn't really the same thing. Do they?
Yep.
It's always green or blue or something like that, because it shows up better.
But it's kind of a palish white at the same time. Trust me. I mean, just because the Ghostbusters logo is white doesn't mean it was... I didn't... You get caught up on the side details. Like, there will be a bear trying to kill you, and you'll be arguing about the fact that one of his fingernails is longer than the other.
I actually probably would, because it would mean it doesn't care about itself. I don't want to get killed by a bear that can't be bothered.
Exactly. See what I mean? Oh, this is why you're not going to survive the zombie. If there was a zombie apocalypse like in Division, you wouldn't survive it.
Is it zombies with Division? Is that what the sickness was?
No, it's the dollar flu. But I'm like... I just don't think you'd be a good apocalypse survivor.
I honestly think I would just get too caught up over the look at set. Like, if I saw a zombie in two different locations that looked the exact same zombie, that would bug me. Like, I'd be like, how did he get here? How did the zombie bloody walk in?
Die, and suddenly all your problems would be gone.
God. I've recently started watching The Walking Dead, and every time somebody, like, gets eaten by a zombie, it's, to me, I'm just thinking, that's the worst thing ever. It's always slow, and they always feel every bit. I'm like...
But you'll be dead before they get every bit. You'll probably be dead around 40% through.
But the thing that bothers me about that is, at what point does a zombie think, okay, I can't fight this guy anymore, he's one of us? At what point does that change happen with a person?
Well, it takes, according to the standard zombie survival guide, it takes 24 hours for a zombie to turn. So I imagine it's a point when they come back out of the coma, and they're biting and moaning.
Do you think there's points where zombies starts to eat a dead human, and the dead human gets up as a zombie, and he's just like, no, go away.
No, because they've been noticed not to eat humans who are in the coma.
So as soon as they fall, so if someone was down and dead, they're pretty much, alright, that's going to be one of us, let's leave him, we need our army. No,
if it's dead, they'll eat him, but as soon as the coma turn happens, if there's still some of them functioning by then, it's just like an automatic, it's like a robot just stopping and getting up to do something else.
So, in the interest of survival, would a zombie not eat a dead zombie? Or would it?
There's nothing survival about it.
Do zombies not need to eat?
No.
So why do they eat people if they don't need to?
That's the scary question. Zombies don't need air.
Shit.
They don't need rest.
Shit,
they don't need all this shit. Why do they keep them hounding after humans to devour them?
Oh, dude, that
all of a sudden Jamie understands.
You should... God, that should. Ugh. The fact that zombies have an instinct to eat but don't need to is actually a terrifying thing.
Finally got Jamie to understand.
That's like the thing in Jurassic World when they're like when the T-Rex thing isn't even eating other dinosaurs, it's just killing them for fun. Like the idea of something killing and eating you but not needing to is actually genuinely that is my new biggest fear.
Yeah. And that's what zombies do.
I think I'm thinking of zombies now in a completely different light.
When it terrifies you?
I mean, to me, I always thought a zombie would just be a general, like, just annoyance. Like, it can't really do much to you 'cause it's weak. As long as you're smart, as long as you're healthy, then you're fine. But the idea that they just want you for no reason, other than that's their only function, and they don't need to actually do that for any reason. Like the fact that a zombie's gonna outlive me, and even if it doesn't kill me, it will still do fine.
Mm-hmm. And the thing too is, they can't feel pain or tired, so they just don't stop what they're doing. It's like a zombie's not going to give up because it's fatigued. It's just going to keep coming for you, Jamie.
I can't even like that. I don't want to talk about zombies anymore.
On this week's pod, yeah, Jamie is officially scared of zombies now. Hey, you want to go play, what was that Xbox 360 zombie game? Infection. State of Infection.
State of Decay.
Yeah.
God, I played that game. I liked it, but the game itself was quite bad. Like there was just glitches
what?
and there was just bits that would happen, like skin textures, glitches. Like there was too many bugs to it for me. Like I had a main character. I had the main character, the first guy you play as. He died simply because he got stuck.
Huh, that never happened to me.
And it's just one of the kind of things that's just like... It ruined the game when you're like... When you watch your mate, the guy you're playing as, die for no reason, and then you're forced to play as someone else.
Oh, didn't you reload?
Nah, I'm not... I don't think I could. I think I was at a point where I couldn't do that.
Oh, well, that just sucks for you.
I think the game at some point it actually kind of just tries to stop you from doing that kind of thing as well.
Well, it tries to stop you, but can't stop, won't stop. Reload Master over here from Fire Emblem.
We play the entire game because your favourite character dies. Scumbag Dave.
Oh, I've replayed the chapter when somebody dies, yeah. Not the entire game. Oh wait, no, that's right, I did do that.
Yeah. I remember you telling me about it. But yeah, as that, I had like a side character that I actually kind of liked who died in a very similar way. Like he got stuck in it, his foot got stuck and he wouldn't move. And zombies were just eating him. Yeah, like his foot was just stuck in like a tree branch.
He's dead.
But like...
How did he get stuck in a tree branch?
Like on the floor. Like it was just a log on the floor and his character's leg was just in it and he wouldn't move. I was punching the guy trying to get him to move. I was like, no, I don't want to lose you. A horde came along.
And then he died. The end.
Yeah.
It's okay, he deserves it.
It's the thing when I'm watching Walking Dead and like there's just this other group who encounters the main group and the main group kill them or take their stuff or something like that. And I'm thinking, if I was that other group and that happened, I'd be pissed off. I'm survived an entire zombie apocalypse, and then some guy shoots me because I look a bit shifty, or abandons me on the side of the road because they don't trust me. Like, who are they to leave me for dead?
People who want to survive. People do anything to survive, Jamie.
Including become less than a human.
What do you mean less than a human?
Oh, what's it? I just mean like abandoning somebody to die is a very bad thing. Like, kind of lose your humanity.
I mean, if you only had enough food, water to feed 5 people, and there were 6 of you, and there was one guy who was kind of sick and couldn't work as much as the rest of you, what would you do?
See, I wouldn't kill him. I couldn't do it. I would go without food.
You couldn't do it?
I did the sacrifice.
Maybe when the other 4 people could.
Well,
and I doubt you would sacrifice yourself in that situation. I mean, because at this point you've wanted to live all that time. You're not about to sacrifice yourself. Now here's another. Let me fix that situation for you. It's still 6 people, but you and the other 4 healthy people are your family, and the 6th person who's injured is someone you don't know.
I'll be honest. In most zombie apocalypse scenarios that come up in my head, I'm never with my family. Like, I don't know what happens.
Well, in this one you are.
But I'm always alone.
In this one you are. Are you really going to risk your family's safety for this one stranger who's injured and probably will die anyway?
No, in that case, I'd kill the sick person.
That's about what it will come down to. Welcome to the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Welcome to the jungle. They got funny games.
It's just the thing is, I watch it, and like every time there's a scenario where some guy's begging for help and they refuse because they don't trust the guy, or something like that, and then it turns out later maybe they were a bad guy or something like that. I'm like, I would have died because I would have trusted that guy. I would have handed him my keys and let him in the car, and then he would have left me on the side of the road. And I'm like,
he would have taken things from you.
Yeah. I'd give the guy a gun and he'd shoot me in the face immediately. Like, that's just how my life would end. And I'd be so annoyed.
Well, you wouldn't be. You'd be dead.
I'll be. That too. But anyway, besides from the Ghostbuster trailer, I think quite a more important, better review trailer maybe came out in the span of previous podcasts.
Review trailer?
By that I just mean a trailer that came out that people were happy with. People didn't complain as much about.
Well, tell me about this, because I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
I'm just talking about the Civil War trailer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looked pretty good. I'm still going to go watch it.
Every reaction to that trailer is the exact same. People watch the entire thing, then they're like, "Oh man, they didn't show Spider-Man," and then bam, there he is.
And then they show Spider-Man.
And then people lose their
I
shit.
show that to my family, because my family loves Marvel. And none of them had seen about it or knew what was in it. And I didn't tell them Spider-Man was in it.
Ooh.
And they all flipped. They all lost it when they saw Spider-Man.
I have a theory that scene isn't in the movie, and that scene's specifically for that trailer. Because it's so perfect in showing off Spider-Man.
No, it's probably in there somewhere. I hope it would be. I hate it when they do that.
I can imagine it being in there, but maybe played out differently, or maybe it's a bit longer, but just that is a perfect reveal for Spider-Man. Just having Spider-Man flipping...
I bet he's going to change sides.
I imagine so. I mean, he's a big part of the comics.
I mean, in the comics he changes sides, and also I just can't see someone with great power comes great responsibility saying, yeah, we should be chained down and not going out and saving lives whenever we should. Because that seems to be a thing now, is they're unhappy that the captain's going out and saving lives on his own without all this government red tape. Which, if you ask me, is a bullshit reason to be unhappy, but...
It basically kind of seems like the government want to... the government want to be like, okay, for this emergency, send the police. For this emergency, send the armed forces. For this one, send in the Avengers. Like, the government want to make that cool. They want
Ultron's about to drop an asteroid on the planet. Send in the SWAT team.
Send the Girl Scouts.
There's a negotiator in there. No one will kill... Oh my gosh, he killed the Girl Scouts.
Alright. I'm just imagining...
Send in the nuns. No one accepts the Spanish Inquisition.
They suspected the Spanish Inquisition. Send the Vikings. So the Vikings have been dead for years. Send in the Vikings!
Quick! Grab the Minnesota Vikings. So the Minnesota Vikings are all dead. Yes! Now my team can win the Super Bowl.
I just imagine there's a guy in an office and he just has buttons with different symbols on it.
What's this one do? It blows himself up and all the other buttons. It's like Cabin in the Woods, superhero style.
It is. It's like, instead of just having there's cages of just different team ups.
Jamie, send in the angry molesting tree.
It's like, which door is that? And it just grabs me and pulls me in. I'm like, no!
That was an actual thing in
that was in the thing.
Woods.
I love.
It was on the board. And it's just it makes me curious, but at the same time horrified to find out that because the thing is that it's guaranteed to kill you. That's not the way I want to
enjoy
die.
it first.
Probably not. Not if it's not with the adjective angry in there.
Isn't that the tree from Evil Dead?
I don't think so. I never watched Evil Dead.
I think in the first Evil Dead, a girl gets raped by a tree.
What?
I think that's what it's from. I love it.
You think that's a reference then? Because I know they all were references, I think. Yeah. Just
words tree.
No trees, please. Not near me.
No, I don't want to watch the scene. God no.
It's like you do. As our podcast age, you'd be like, oh yeah.
There's a Cabin in the Woods wiki with pages to each of the different monsters. The monster is likely a reference to the Evil Dead, where a woman is attacked and raped by a possessed tree.
This is all kinds of messed up, don't you think?
Other films with
Who's the guy who first came up with that thought? Like, hey, I know it should be on an Evil Dead movie. An evil tree, it's gonna bang you. What?
Dave. Other films with notable aggressive trees in it. Poltergeist, in which a tree drags a boy from his bedroom. The Harry Potter series, with the Whomping Willow. The Wizard of Oz, with the angry apple-throwing trees.
Oh, I forgot about those.
That's a reference to the angry molesting tree is the Whomping Willow from Harry Potter.
No, I'm pretty... Because Cabin in the Woods came out way before Harry Potter.
No, it didn't.
It didn't?
Cabin in the Woods was 2009.
No, it was earlier than that, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure it was. Because it's got 4 in it.
You're lying to me.
2012. It was filmed in 2009.
No. Jeez, I'm old.
Yeah, Cabin in the Woods. Came out in 2012, filmed around 2009. What were you thinking of? Are you thinking
I
of
don't
a different
know.
film? Or are you thinking of Evil Dead?
It was definitely the Joss Whedon film.
Yeah, that's 2012, Dave.
Wow. I'm old, apparently.
Yeah. So it's most likely the evil molesting tree from Cabin in the Woods is from a reference to Evil Dead. Dude,
that's just kind of messed up at the same time.
The part of Cabin in the Woods at the end where all the monsters come out and it just fucking fits shit up is the best part of that movie. It's such a weird... It's just such a sick moment of just gruesome deaths all around. And it's just so great to watch. You watch a guy get killed by a unicorn, that is the best moment. There's like a clown. The fact that there's like the ridiculous ones, and then there's the normal one, and then there's like proper terrifying ones.
These horrific things.
Yeah. The fact that all that stuff's together is just great. Guy throws a clap. The clown throws like a skid guy over a railing, and a giant snake eats her or something.
I don't remember exactly. It's been a while.
It's just so great. But speaking of Cabin in the Woods and its whole thing of all the stuff being in one place, have you heard about this other movie they're doing?
You mean Joss Whedon or?
This other horror movie where they're getting all the big bad guys in one movie.
I haven't heard anything about that, but I guarantee you I won't be anywhere near that.
Basically, it's like the guy who was originally the one trying to make it was the guy who played the original Leatherface. Like he was writing it and stuff, but then he died. But basically, all the original, like there's like Freddy and Jason, there's Mike Myers, all those types of people Like, the original actors who played them are, like, signed up and everything. And it's just gonna be, like, a movie where they're all just in, like, a prison. Like, it's just this giant, military prison just filled with all these different, like, horror movie bad guys. And it's gonna be, like, but they don't realise they're in prison. Like, they're in, like, they're sort of like being drugged or whatever to believe they're still doing what they do normally. So like they're in holographic chambers or whatever where they can see like Jason thinks he's by the lake and all that stuff. And it's kind of just going to be that. It's going to be them realising that they're not doing what they're doing and they're actually just being controlled by the government.
I'm more confused than I was before.
Basically, I'm not sure what where the premise goes, but it's basically just going to be
It doesn't sound like it.
But it's basically just going to be horror movie fans watching all these different people interact. There was a list. I can't remember the name, so I can't look it up. But I remember there's like a list going through the people who'd signed up.
Huh. Well, it might be interesting. I would love it if in that movie all the monsters get together and they're probably going to break in and start murdering, but right as they get to start murdering the mass populace, all of a sudden you hear John Cena's theme song and he starts suplexing bad guys. And then Brock Lesnar rolls in and destroys some of them as well. The movie ends with John Cena and Brock Lesnar having a beer and beating up bad guys. It'd be the best thing on the planet.
I just found a news article about it. It's called The Expendables horror movie.
Alright, definitely don't want to see that then. It sounds almost like they're trying to make Suicide Squad. Using classic monsters.
If you think Death House sounds a little familiar, then you're probably thinking of a project of a sort of weird hybrid of Suicide Squad and The Expendables. So...
Yep, I was right.
You was. But yeah, the thing's called Death House.
I'm ashamed.
Which I think is like going to be the name of the prison that they're in.
Probably.
I wish I could get... I'm just trying to find that full list of people who are actually... a secret government facility becomes ground zero for the most horrific prison break in the history of mankind.
Yeah, so they all break out and just start murdering people. This is why you just shoot psychopaths. Just shoot them all.
Like, yeah, what should we do with all the... It's like, what should we do with the cannibal man-eater? Just put him in a prison cell.
Put him with the angry molesting tree. Trust me, it'll sort itself out. They'll
get on like a house on fire. So all the monsters have escaped.
Don't want to work in that prison.
Send everyone down to fight them.
Send in the nuns.
Sir,
the nuns have returned. There are no survivors. Wait, from the nuns or the monsters? There are no survivors.
Did the nuns kill people?
It's a joke from Terry Brooks. No, not Terry Brooks. What's his name? Dang it. I should know his name. The guy who does Men in Tights and History of the World Part 1.
Danny Trejo is going to be in it.
I have no idea who that is.
Really? God, I can't actually think of the best thing to say that you've been in. What's his name? He's like Machete. He plays Machete, I think. Oh yeah, his character's Machete.
Wait, Machete was a bad guy?
Not really. Go on. The story of Machete. It's a character that's appeared in all the Spy Kids movies, plus his own graphic R-rated movies. That's such a funny, turn of events, that character. Anyway. At some point we were talking about Spider-Man, I remember that.
Yeah.
I'd still say that probably the only... I was going to say the only other big thing that came out during this time of Division.
Yeah, but Division had already come out by then.
I think it came out between podcasts.
There is other news that you might find interesting, also kind of amusing, seeing as how you just bought a PS4. Xbox has offered, out of the blue, it feels like, offered for cross-play between platforms.
I have seen that, yeah.
A couple days ago, PS4 gave an answer saying, "Oh, we love cross-play. We'll be sure to do it." I mean, we've been doing it for a while. So, I think it has a chance to work, but it also has a chance to bomb catastrophically, depending on whether or not PS4 and Sony and Microsoft can stop making snide comments at each other. Because both of their statements have snide comments aimed at the other one. And it's like, it's going to turn into something where the negotiations are going to be done, it's going to be a little strained, but they're going to be they'll be shaking hands, and one of them is just going to quietly say, "Your mama." And then all of a sudden it's going to turn to World War IV.
But things will get worse and worse and worse, and eventually Nintendo's going to be in the middle like, "Guys, can we just stop fighting?"
Yeah. Then Nintendo's going to come in and just John Cena all of them and make them cut the crap. And then everyone's going to pick on Nintendo because they always do.
Even though Nintendo is probably the most successful out of the three, I'd say.
They've definitely been in the game for a long time.
I'd say there's more Nintendo products probably owned by people than Xboxes and PS4s.
I don't know. I don't know if they would have caught up by now. It's actually a curious question. Where do they stand?
I'd say the thing is, like, when the Wii came out, every family had a Wii. People didn't play it, but there was always a Wii.
Families with dads.
Yeah. Everyone loved playing with the Wii. Every dad liked making that joke.
I do.
You were literally thinking of that joke. But
yes.
Yeah. But not only that, but like every household would get every kid basically would get a DS at some point. Okay. I'm pretty sure in each house there's at least 2 or 3 Nintendo DSs, or one of the generations. I'll be honest.
Probably. They do have great mobile software. PS4 tried to compete with that and didn't quite work out too well.
But remember the PSP? No, neither do we.
Yeah. The Vita, what was that? Let's go back to talking about something else.
Did we make a handheld? I don't think so.
I don't remember this. Meanwhile, someone's like, "My family's life depended on this." Sorry, sir.
One guy's like, "Hey, they did the whole South Park episode about the PSP." No, they didn't.
Oh, man, what are they making funny made-up products for?
That was because I think the episode of South Park came out before the PSP came out, so immediately it was an outdated episode because pretty much the PSP never took off.
What was the episode about?
It was just Kenny has a PSP and nobody else does, and then he dies.
Oh, that sounds like a boring episode.
It's like the 2-part they did about the Wii, where the Cartman freezes himself so he can get a Wii, and then wakes up in the year 3000.
I don't know if that episode was about that. It was more just he just happened to be there during that time.
Yeah, but that's the opening premise. Like a lot of the anime,
yeah,
a lot of those animated shows, it's always like a reasonable idea that then takes off into something crazy.
Yeah, the opening premise is not what it's about.
It's like that. Simpsons
take out the episode where Peter succeeds.
Where who succeeds?
Peter, he succeeds in the U.S. It starts out with him wanting a tax refund.
I remember. To me, my favourite example of that is always that Simpsons episode where they have a badger. Because they don't even do anything about the badger. They just tell it to go away because they found something more interesting.
That's rude. Honey Badger don't care for that crap.
It's just you gotta love... Because in those type of shows there's a concept where in the span of 20 minutes something crazy happens but then they get derailed from that, and something even crazier happens, and half the time they forget about their first problem to begin with. That'd be like if I said to you, I'm going to be late to a podcast because I need to go out and buy batteries, and then 20 minutes later I'm in Japan.
Yeah. That'd be funny. Or you're in Australia because you made them stay on the phone for 8 hours. Dirtbag.
It'd be like I go to buy batteries, I get in a line, and then while I'm in the line, I just randomly prank call Australia, and then as I'm walking home, I get kidnapped by the Australian police, and they take me to Australia.
And the episode ends with you riding a T-Rex out of there. I helicopter lift you out and say, alright, get your headphones on, you bastard. We're doing this now.
You just show up in a plane and pick me and a T-Rex up.
Could have at least told me you were being kidnapped. I could have been here 4 hours ago.
That sounds like what would be our... if we did like a parody of Jurassic Park, that's what it would be.
None of you have a cell phone? Are you serious? All these tourists thinking... that's an iPhone right there you're taking a picture with.
Like, somebody call the police and tell them what's going on. Stop taking pictures. Nobody gives a crap about your vines.
Call it. I mean, what? They live off the coast of a military base. At what point could they have said, "Hey, could you guys bring in an F-16 and just bomb this one location? We'd really appreciate it."
Like, hey, we've got an island. There's quite a few dinosaurs on there that we can't.
So you know the dinosaur island? Yeah, we fucked up again. Could you come over here?
That should be one of the buttons. It's like,
where are all your lethals? Yeah, we used those already. What did you make? It's classified. Tell us or we shoot your balls. It's
like, soldier, where are your guns? Where are your guns? We gave it to the
They told us to capture it live. What? Alright, just hold still. We're going to kill you. We're just going to kill you. Wipe everyone clean from this project. It will never happen again. Goodbye, everything.
Like, when the dinosaurs started attacking people, why didn't you shoot it? Oh, because it's sponsored by Coca-Cola. If we killed it, we would have got sued.
A lot.
That was literally a line in Jurassic World was, there's so much money in this dinosaur, we can't do anything, we can't harm it.
Oh yeah?
Yes, you can!
Yeah.
It's killing people!
Dinosaur's like, oh yeah, we can! Watch this! It's called a machine gun! And then the Doom guy shows up, beats it, teabags it, and runs away.
That's how every movie will end.
Every movie ends with Doom guy showing up and saving the day.
I'd watch that. So would everyone.
Who would you cast as Doom guy? Because he's just a generic guy.
What's his name? I'm trying to think of generic guy. I got it. Jason Bateman.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah. He's a very generic guy.
I mean, is he an actor then if he's a generic guy?
He's a generic actor guy. Seriously, if you look at the guy, you just think, yeah, that's a guy. I can't physically describe the guy. He's in comedies, but he's always like the straight guy.
Ooh. I don't know why I made that noise. That wasn't even the proper time to make that noise.
I don't know, but it made me laugh.
What's something he's in that you think I would know?
He's one of the main characters in Horrible Bosses.
Never seen it.
No, he was in Paul. The Simon Pegg movie. The Simon Pegg Alien movie.
Don't know what that is.
No, God damn. See, I got a weird thing. I can name a lot of actors, and I can think of them, and I can see them in my head. And then I bring that up to people, and people are like, nobody else gets that. So I'm just... God, I can't even think. He's in a lot of, sort of generic comedies.
Sort of generic comedies?
Pretty much. Yeah, there's nothing here that I can really describe that I think you know. But
Yeah.
Basically just a guy-looking guy.
A guy-looking guy. Well, thank goodness he's cleared that up.
I can't describe it to him. He's just a person who looks like a man.
I kind of hope you look like a man, too.
I hope so. Yeah. Basically, if you were going to portray Doomguy in a movie, you just need some guy who can show a lot of emotion in very limited faces.
Doomguy doesn't need emotion. He has 3 faces. He has regular face, he has happy shooting face, and he has that hurts face.
Yeah, but all 3 of those faces are meant to show a lot of pain. Like, you're meant to believe that
there's no pain when he's
shooting. Face. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, pain means it hurts. When he's shooting, there's no pain. It's, oh yeah, this is going to be awesome. Doom guy doesn't know what pain is.
I just mean that it's meant to be a guy who's just got, like, basically a few facial expressions, but they're meant to show a lot. There's meant to be a lot of difference between the facial expressions. That's what Doomguy's face is. But I've been shot. Ugh. I've got full health. Ooh.
I don't know if that's like a really difficult talent to do, though, is to look in pain when you're being shot, or punched, or having your guts ripped out.
True. I thought Doom would be such a weird movie, though. Didn't they make a Doom movie?
It wasn't very good.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I think could be a good movie?
You want to know why? Because they added too much exposition to it.
They had a backstory.
They had way more backstory on that thing, man.
I like that. I think Duke Nukem would be a good movie.
Possibly.
Just get like an over-the-top action, just an over-the-top action movie with a lot of dumb jokes. You literally just need some guy who stands above everyone by like a foot, and just looks like he would struggle to walk through a door. John Cena. John Cena should play Duke Nukem.
No, that's not his role.
Oh, what, you don't think he could do the talking? I think.
Well, if you look at how he's done movies before, he's done a couple action movies, and he plays a much more serious type of character.
That's a shame. I'll be honest though, I think he does have the kind of look.
I thought he would have been a decent Captain America. He's definitely built like someone who can push people around.
True. I think the thing.
I just don't think. Although I think he wouldn't have survived the process of trying to look like he was really tiny either.
I think making him look tiny would have really. Wouldn't have looked
difficult.
right.
Yeah, he would not have survived.
Because like Chris Evans, like he looked believable as both. Like you could have believed he was the little guy. You could have believed he was the big guy.
Yeah, except for his voice. His voice threw me off a lot when he was little.
His voice was a little too deep.
Yeah, but then that was just his voice. There's really not much to do about that.
I'm Captain America. Follow me. And he pops out the thing. He just he just coughs up a lung, and he's just like talking the way he does. The Captain America process just makes one of his lungs come out of him.
That would be terrible.
Do you know what's lucky?
He'd die.
It's so weird. Like, in any of the movies where they have that kind of thing, where they go through some sort of genetic process and become a superhero, they always come out the other end fine. Like, they don't come into a coma, or they don't get tired.
That's because it's a comic
side
book.
effects. It's like Captain America gets injected with steroids, pops out the thing, puts on a little shirt, and chases after a guy immediately.
That's because no one wants to see a superhero movie where it fails horribly and he dies of thyroid cancer. That's not a superhero movie. A superhero movie is where it works out. And then he has powers. No one wants to see Guy in a hospital. They want to see Captain America or Spider-Man.
I think Spider-Man maybe always plays out a little bit longer. Like, he doesn't... Like, the spider bite takes a while to affect him. But then...
That's because in Captain America, they circulated through his major arteries. In Spider-Man, he got bit on the hand.
I suppose that.
Aha, think about that one.
God, that's been a really sad moment of Spider-Man if his hand just swelled up as well. Like he had all the Spider-Man
It was
powers.
only his hand that got spider powers.
Yeah, he's just had web came out.
He was really strong with that one hand.
It was double the size as well. And they're just like, Peter, you have too much time on your hand. And he's like, no, that's not what I've been doing, I swear.
Wouldn't that reflect more on your arm though?
It depends on how you do it. If you just use your wrist.
You have too much time on your hands.
I'm not.
No, because you sit there and you think about this stuff.
Literally right now, while we're doing a podcast, this is my duty for the people.
You have way too much time to think about this stuff.
I don't think about this stuff after. I don't think about the podcast, and this is the stuff I think about.
I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure this is how it works.
10 minutes.
This is the day in the life of Jamie.
Yeah, wake up, think about Spider-Man. Think about Spider-Man jerking off. Sit down.
Seems legit.
Record podcast.
Wake up, continue to think about weird sex things.
I mean, to be honest, if I like pretty much discussing entirely what I've been doing today, it'd basically be wake up, open box full of amiibos.
Oh, which amiibos did you
Watch
get?
Daredevil.
That's game news.
It is. I got Falco and Toon Link today.
Oh, cool. I already had a Toonie. I had all the Zelda ones because I'm awesome. I need to get Wolf Link, dang it.
Yeah. The
They've
Wolf
done
Link
this
amiibo looks pretty cool. Here's the thing though. There's not that many amiibos left for me to collect.
Isn't that a good thing?
No, I need more. But, like...
Jamie, think about it. You'll have money again.
Yeah. But the thing is, the only amiibos left, really, are the... from the Super Smash set, is the DLC characters. Like the ones that haven't brought out yet.
The ones that haven't come out yet?
Yeah. And that's like about it. And I'm like... most of the collection's done. I've got a, what's the fella called? I've got a Shovel Knight. I don't even have the Shovel Knight game.
Yeah, it sounds... Jamie, I worry about you.
I've got all 3 Splatoon amiibos. The only new set really they've announced has been the Kirby set. And that's only 4. They need to come up with their next big set. I'll be honest with you, Dave, I'm waiting for the day where they announce they're going to do every single Pokemon.
I bet you are.
Like, Generation 1, out now. I'm like, collect all 151 Pokemon amiibos.
And then no, it's be collect 150 and then spend 20 years waiting for Mew, like everyone else. Rumors where the underground Mew amiibos collide.
There are people punching cars like, where's my amiibo? I'm like, that's not how you get it.
I know it'll be here. No, guys, here's what you do. You look at this guy, and as soon as he does, you teleport away. You come back, boom, Mew amiibo.
It's like, go to a bridge, beat 5 people, glitch the game, Mew.
Then you have to push the other guy over into the water.
Teleport again. The game will open the menu. That's part of the glitch. To me, that's my favourite part about that whole Mew glitch thing. It's just that moment. It's just like your menu will open here. Don't worry, that's part of it. And to me,
But do you know why it does that?
It's to show you've done it properly, isn't it?
No, it's part of how the game's freaking out because the way that glitch works is it puts you into 2 combat states at the same time. So your menu opening is the game trying to fix itself. It opens a menu in a way of starting a combat arena, closing your menu and the second combat state, which you do this one, which launches, and and it'll be against a Mew because of the filing that's stored based on your special stat or your enemy special stat.
It's stored next to Slowpoke.
No, it's not that it's stored there. What it is Slowpoke. That specific Slowpoke. It's the stat to get the number to appear is the special stat the last Pokemon you fought. And that guy just happens to have the right special stat.
That's pretty cool. You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for that Pokemon collecting mobile game to come out. And just to see people all run to one location to get a Mew. Like, they'll make
How funny would that be? I mean, like, everyone's, of course, making jokes that it's not going to work out, and there is a chance of it failing, but how great would it be to see it take off? And, like, you're sitting in a cafe one day, all of a sudden you see, like, people sprinting by. It's like, what's going on? There's a Mew down here! Just watch the entire world wig out and just, like, declare this. The street gets renamed to Mew Corner.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, people make pilgrimage.
My favourite thing about it will be, I'm just hoping the idea is that all these people show up to one location to catch a Mew, only one person gets it.
Or they're going to put it somewhere, like, really impossible to get to, like the top of Mount Everest. Because that way it forces you to live real life and prepare to actually do this.
Or a lot of people like...
How crazy would that be?
They're like, Mew's right here. And then, like, all of a sudden it starts moving really fast, and they look up and they're like, it's in that plane! And they're just...
I would love it if they put, like, a really hard Pokemon in places that you, like, have to travel and learn the hike to go to. That'd be really cool.
Like, in the very
like, and that way you know, like, oh, this guy's got a Mew. Like, Pokemon become life achievements.
Or, like, they're in locations that make sense to their Pokemon. So, like, you go out into the middle of the ocean.
You go to a volcano and get Magmar.
Yeah, you get all the legendary water Pokemon in the depths of the ocean. Like, you have to learn Dive to get some of the rare water ones.
Yeah, you gotta, like, take a submarine trip or something to actually go and visit these places. That'd be pretty bamf.
Imagine somebody going through the list, they're like, I have all the Pokemon except for this one. Why don't I have this one? They're like, that Pokemon comes from outer space. They're like, what?
I'm going!
You're just in the middle of space as a Deoxys. You're just like, I knew you'd be here!
We meet again at last. Wait.
I had to single-handedly fund space travel, but I knew I'd get you.
Yeah. He's, like, really old at this point, and I don't know, it just seems like a really cool idea to me. Like, put Mew or Mewtwo somewhere where it's like, learn to actually do this crazy stuff.
Yeah. God. I'm honestly... My dream is one day I'll wake up and they'll just be like, we've genetically engineered Pokemon. Here you go.
And then in the same breath, by the way, we've limited every other plant and animal on the face of the planet. Here you go.
To make it more realistic, we've killed every animal that ever existed.
I don't know if you'd be able to survive. Speaking of you being a trusting and too kind individual, I don't think you could survive in the Pokemon world.
Why not?
Because in one hand you would be
I would join Team
living
Rocket
with them,
like
and the other
minutes.
you would hunt them down and eat them.
Shit, yeah. I encounter a
you
Pokemon.
Do that, like, you catch two Pokemon, you catch one, or let's say you already own a Pikachu, you find a Pikachu, you beat it down, and you have to kill it and eat it. Could you do that?
God.
Could you look at this and say, like, oh, I have Pikachu on my plate at this restaurant, look over and see your Pikachu and your Pokeball, and not be freaked out by that? There's a reason they don't bring it up in the game.
I reckon everyone in the Pokemon world must be vegetarians. Because, like, they
there are plant Pokemon, that's the only other thing to eat. Yeah, from Miltank.
Yeah, they drink milk from Miltank and all that stuff. Does that mean somebody goes up and milks a Miltank? Because that's going to be a very awkward moment. You're just doing it. It's like Miltank. It's like, please.
Cows know when you milk them.
I don't. They don't say their name. You don't go up to a cow and it's like cow.
Can we have? I want this. I want this.
What would be the worst animal?
So
if
to say its own
like
name?
Pokemon, yeah, what would be the worst animal to say its own name? I've got a few.
Probably Black Widow Spider.
This is its full title. It's like
That's its full name. Like
African tree frog.
Oh, think about it. Like, if all of a sudden you're sitting there and then you hear this quiet Black Widow spider. Oh no! And then you get bit and you die.
Man-eating
Or like
python.
Cobra.
What the hell is that?
Cobra. Oh no! Tiger!
You go to the toilet and you just hear rat, 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 and you're like, where the hell's that coming from? You look down, and it's just echoing.
You go to a toilet and you hear alligator.
Or you're like you're camping and everything, it's all nice, and then as loud as anything you just hear bear, aggressive bear.
Except bears are very easily startled as long as they're not vicious.
Or you just
So
hear
you
like
could probably run up to it and just... No, but that'd be great, because then you'd have humans running up to it to like scare it off, yelling, "Human!"
Man!
Can you imagine going like near an ant colony and just hear ants, like 10 million tiny voices yell, "Ant!"
And like this, it's like soldiers, like in a march. They're all saying
ant.
Or if they say their number as well, like, because each ant was like, so it's like ant number 1, ant 2, ant 3, ant 4, ant queen. or it's all the ants.
Queen.
They're walking a single line. They're all saying their name one by one. It's like ant, Steve, and
Captain Ant. He's here to save the day. F those termites. Hail termite.
It's like ant, and then ant-eating spider, and then all the ants just start running away. And he's like, "Damn it! I almost got them." Oh no, wait! The type of the spiders that build little trapdoors and hide. Someone's about to come up to it, and it's just like trapdoor spider. Thanks for the warning.
No, like if you were listening, you'd just be like, and ah! Trapdoor spider. Like it says it after the attack happens.
You're just walking through the woods and you just hear wolf, 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 pack of wolves. They're like, wait, what?
And then you hear pack of wolves behind you.
They're saying exactly what they do. You're driving a car and then all of a sudden you just hear bird, and you're like, oh dear, I've just hit a bird.
Oh, birds. You goofy things. Birds are so stupid. They are.
Like, the thing about that, just things walking in glass, is I'm pretty damn sure glass is easy to see.
It depends. With our types of eyes, yes.
Yeah. I feel like
you
maybe
didn't think about that, did you?
Yeah. I feel like maybe for flies, they have an issue because they have a billion eyes and they see all over the place. So they don't know what they're seeing. But I feel like glass is just, especially for cars, because you get like the glare and everything, it doesn't look like it's just clear. Like if you look at proper glass compared to like...
I guess it does for them.
Yeah. I don't know. That just goes towards my birds are stupid, they don't see glass.
And that you just don't like owls.
No, I don't like owls at all. If I was walking through the woods and I just heard something scream out owl, I'd be like, gun.
Gun.
Imagine that, if you just heard someone scream out owl and you're like, the bird or somebody hurt themselves?
Well, no, because I imagine owl, it'd still be like somewhere, oh.
They say it all fancy.
Sound Jamie
like,
will learn to hate.
Saying, stop being so fancy, you damn owls.
Shh. Jamie really hates owls.
It'd be so great if like a sloth said its name, but it said it really aggressively and over the top. Like it's just like, sloth! 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 And it's just like moving very slowly. It's just crawling up a tree very slowly, screaming its name at the top of its lungs.
No, instead of being really aggressive about it, you just hear, sloth. And it just keeps on going for like 10 hours and then stops. And you won't hear it again for 4 days. That reminds me, I learned the most horrific place in, what you call it?
Australia? That's got scary places.
No. The most horrific place in Reddit.
Oh. Is it the 50-50 thing?
No.
Oh, that's like
It's
worse.
It's called Nature is Brutal.
Oh. Is it just showing...
Oh no, it's Nature is Metal. No, it's just like nature doing nature shit.
Oh,
it's just nature being nature. And like one of the things I saw was like this sloth was hanging in a tree and this cougar kept trying to hop up and reach it, but it couldn't. And then at the end of the video, it reaches the sloth and like sinks into it, and they're just hanging there for a moment. The sloth there's like no expression on it, it's just hanging there quietly. It's got this look like I'm gonna die, and then the cougar reaches up and just bites down his head and kills it.
God. It's at that moment that he knew he fucked up.
Like, I'll send you the video, because it was just like a moment of like, look up this sloth's face. It's like, holy shit, man. Nature is metal as shit.
Some of the weirdest ones I've ever seen. There's one that I saw that's been really creepy and weird. It's like there's a bunch of seagulls just hanging around on the beach, and a pelican comes along and just gets one in its mouth, and then just walks away with it. And it's like a seagull being eaten by a pelican. That's weird. Yeah. That's a weird sight.
Nature is metal, man. Nature is metal. There is one. I learned something from that site. There are some ants who fight battles not by like biting or anything, but by making themselves explode. Like they can do something in them that makes them explode and turn sticky, and like the residue is sticky and it kills things. It's just
yeah, they like just get the thing stuck and the thing starves to death or whatever.
Or it melts to death inside of their forged stomach acid.
God. There's some weird ones.
It's like, this is their standard method of fighting, to kill themselves and take out 4 or 5 other things with them.
Yeah. To me, the creepiest one is the wasps that just lay eggs in something else, and they just grow, and the babies grow inside it, and then just pop out.
Did you know that's what camel spiders do? They lay eggs inside camels? Nature is metal.
I'm just glad, as the human race, we don't have to worry about, on a daily basis, we don't have to worry about something landing on us and putting eggs in us.
Yeah, that was the thing I was thinking about when I was reading about this. It's like, only ants and some termites do this. Can you imagine if this was a thing mammals did? Like, you see a rat, it thinks it's going to die, so it just nukes itself, and now you're covered in acid poison?
Can you imagine if you were, like, going to a pet shop and you were going to buy a dog, and they said, be careful, though. If it's humping your leg, it might be trying to lay eggs in you.
Oh, man.
You're, like, just sitting there stroking the dog, and it's just, like, starts licking you, and you're like, no! It's trying to implant it in me!
Like, and then its face turns into an alien and it eats you.
Or, like, it just opens its mouth, and then a little mouth comes out of that and just swallows you.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, it's just creepy to imagine, like, simple, basic animal pets, like a dog, a cat, rabbit, whatever, if they just had one function that could kill you in seconds.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like people who own poisonous reptiles?
Yeah, it's like when you hear about the people who